What's up, everybody? It's HTG Brian here, and we've got Manhattan Free Roam for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Better kick back and relax, as this is a long one, but the good news is this is the last individual area we are going to cover in Free Roam. Well, sort of. As you guys might remember, there are a couple of races that unlock once we complete some missions here, so we're going to go ahead and do a Free Roam cleanup that actually will consist of 6 total races. That's right, just 6 of them. But meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and kick things off here in Manhattan by activating this computer terminal and making it puke out all our collectibles. Blech. Look at all, here they all come. There's actually quite a few, as you saw in the intro screen there. There are 8 total missions and 8 total puzzles, along with a couple of Stan Lees and some other things too. So we actually got all of the cartographer things there, as we have activated all of those computer terminals, which is nice. So one more challenge checked off, and hey, check this out. We got a gold brick statue, monument, I guess as the game calls it. I'm still not convinced these are relevant to anything in our 100% journey, but they are kind of cool, and they don't cost us anything other than some gold bricks that we've earned. So you just have to have as many bricks earned as they are required. I think they wanted, what, 885 or something? I wasn't even paying attention. I knew we had more than we needed. And check this out. We're going to head over to the other side of the park, and we're going to take on our first mission that happens to be for Aunt May. So, yep, couple of flings, and oh no, flop, a little fling to the flop, and looks like she needs some pictures. We can handle that. We've got just the thing. Our brand new Samsung Galaxy S9 will pop out and take some quality photos. Actually, we just need to get to an up tall building. That's right, up tall. We got to get up high somewhere on a tall building. That's the short version, up tall. All right, moving along, just kind of killing some time here as she likes to talk. I don't remember Auntie May being somebody that likes to flap her yapper, but apparently she likes to talk as much as I do. Now, the only difference is I am trying to create some fun smiles and, well, I guess some educational moments too, as I'm trying to show you where all these are and how to complete them, while she is just talking about getting some photos. I don't know. I got some family members that like to talk a lot too, so must be in the genes. I don't know. Anyways, moving along as we scale the top of this building, we can look off in the distance. Now, she mentioned something about, oh no, watch out for that next step, it's a doozy. She mentioned Kang's giant electric building, I think she said, and something about a floating bowl. So that kind of wraps up 2 of them. We know that the Citadel and the Atalan both actually kind of fill in those blanks. So look at that. Both of them had the green squares around them, indicating that that's what she wanted. And look at that, off in the distance was the Sphinx, as we heard her mention that as well. So we took a couple of photos, and back to Auntie May we go. Oh, no. I don't really like, have you noticed it takes a long time to kind of fall? Like, whee! I guess skydiving is kind of like that, but oh, look at that, belly flop central. All right, we are going to go ahead and return the photos, and we're going to get our character token for Aunt May for doing so. All right, yeah, as you guys might remember, we are going to do a live stream at some point soon and purchase all those characters and have some fun. We're also going to do a live stream with Burnout Paradise. That's right, it's getting a remaster, and we're going to check that out for a little bit. Maybe already have, depending on when you watch this video. So next up, we've got a race, which happens to be for the Winter Soldier character token. Now, this is kind of monumental, guys, as I've tried this before, and it did not work. But as you can see, it says it requires a van. Now, most of you have reported that Captain America's 4x4, for whatever reason, qualifies as a van. So I was going to prove you guys wrong and show you that, no, it doesn't work for me. So I go ahead and I purchase it again. See, I purchased it and tried it, and then it didn't work, so I reverted my save, so it looked like I didn't purchase it. But now I'm going to go ahead and purchase it, and look at this. It worked, except for I am bumper to bumper with a bunch of cars. Come on, we got off to a rough start here, and woo, that was close. And you know me, it's a race. I hope I win. As it turns out, there are 35 checkpoints you got to roll through in this slow, sluggish, van-like vehicle. However, it works out because it's got some pew-pews out the front too, so we can take out a few cars along the way to work towards our Road Rage trophy achievement, which requires us to take out 100 vehicles. That's right. So smash, bang, and boom, your way to that trophy achievement. And I'm going to save it. I actually kind of lay off the rockets here in a minute because I was kind of worried that I was going to ring off the trophy during this video, and I wanted to do a special video for that. And speaking of which, man, yeah, not many playlists reach 100 videos on our channel. Only a couple actually have surpassed 100, and it's looking like this one is going to be the next. So that's pretty awesome. I know it's taken me forever to get all these out, but I have actually taken 2 full 1-week vacations during the making of these videos, which is pretty crazy to think. And not to mention life itself and my other job. That's right, I do have another job. Most of you guys don't know that, but if you want to know more, ask me down below, and I'd be happy to oblige and tell you. But look at that, we have made our way across the country here. We are all the way over in the Hydra Empire. That's a long ways away from home, so we are going to use the awesomeness of the fast travel to go ahead and travel to that map point. Now, there are 2 fast travel points here, as you can go to the computer terminal or out in front of the portal in front of the Avenger Mansion there. A little fun fact for you. So, anyways, next up is going to be race number 2 for Songbird. Not really sure what's going on with Songbird. Not a familiar character. And look at me, I stole the old police car just to take it down a block and then get it stuck not once, but twice. So we'll go ahead and leave that there. As it turns out, this is a motorbike race anyways, and we already have our favorite motorbike. In fact, let's get somebody a little bit more motor-like. That's right. Oh, look at Daredevil. He's all suited up. He kind of looks like he's got some sort of an awesome suit on, doesn't he? And we'll go ahead and drop our pink bike to match. That's right. This requires a motorcycle. I tried to drop it. What? I don't know why it told me I was wrong. Like, there we go. There we go. Maybe I pushed the wrong button. I probably hit circle. That's probably what happened. User error. All right, log on to your motorcycle, and let's go ahead and press the button and get things going. Right off the bat, we see, oh, a little roof riding. That's right. That's one thing I love about the motorbikes, too, is that often, rather than crashing and getting stuck into things, you'll hop right over the top. That is pretty sweet stuff there. But this one has 40. That's right. Count them. 40 checkpoints, and we're going to go through them all. Now, you can see I was trying not to shoot. Look, I'm easy on the rockets now because I did not want to ring off that Road Rage trophy achievement. Not yet, anyways. Kind of want to save it for a special occasion. Now, speaking of special occasion, I have kind of talked about the gruesome process of me and my wife going through and buying a car. That was part of the life stuff that kind of also slowed down the progress of these videos. But I want to let you guys know that we have successfully bought not 1, but 2 new vehicles. So, pretty sweet stuff. We've got a Honda CR-V and another Volkswagen GTI. You know me and my Volkswagens. Hence, my username in a dub. For some of you that didn't know that, that's what it stands for. I've pretty much owned a Volkswagen most of my driving life. My very first car was a Buick, and I drove that into the ground. And then the first car I purchased, I actually got that gifted to me by a family member. My first car I purchased was a Volkswagen Fox, followed by a Volkswagen Jetta, then a Volkswagen Rabbit, then another Volkswagen Jetta, then another Volkswagen Jetta VR6, and then GTIs, and now I got another new GTI, so pretty sweet deal. And look at that, right in time. I finished my story right as we finished the race. So we're gonna go ahead and save that Songbird character token for purchasing later. We're gonna save our cash for a later day. Now I'm looking around and I'm trying to find the map point. There it is. We'll go ahead and teleport our way back so we don't have to waste a bunch of time doing so. And let's pull out somebody we haven't used in a minute. Let's pull out Crystal. Oh, and hey, if you have not already, please click that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified of the videos that we upload, make sure you click that notifications bell as well. That's right. Ring that bell. And all right, we're going to go ahead and fly all the way up to the top of this roof here. And we find a gold brick trapped inside this. Well, it's a giant sign, and for some reason, they've got it kind of gated off. So, you know the deal. If you can't see something obvious to fix, go ahead and smash everything in sight, and usually you'll find some sort of bricks to build or something. And in our case, it turns out it's right behind that dumpster there. There is a Ms. Marvel hacked terminal. So we'll go ahead and switch on over to Ms. Marvel and get so smooth and hop inside the old circuit board here and of course, tilt this thing around and jump for joy. Grab all them studs. Well, I guess not all of them. We missed out on those 3 bluesies up there. Oh no, and you know me, that's a pretty sad day because I got to get them all. Got to get them all. But, all right, this is actually our first puzzle. Wow, that's interesting. It seems like we've done a lot already, but we have not accomplished our first puzzle. We got a couple of races, a mission or two, I guess just one mission, and then the gold brick statue. But we'll go ahead and jump inside and collect our first gold brick. Pretty sweet stuff. Now, this next one is awesome. Howard the Duck. I know who Howard the Duck is thanks to the movie from the mid-'80s, I guess it was. Probably not appropriate for all ages, but very fun and entertaining, to say the least. Now, I get a little lost. I'm like, which way did he go? Which way did he go? But I follow the old blue halo all the way down into the alleyway, and it turns out he's not in the alleyway. He's inside the store just around the corner here. And we got to go on a quite lengthy mission for him. So keep in mind, too, I don't think I've even mentioned this. We do have quick links down below in the video description to help you get through to each and every one of the items. Maybe you've already done all these missions and you simply need some puzzleage. Go ahead and use those quick links down below to help you get to what you need to do. So, all right, we have successfully accepted. There's me trying to mash two words together again. We got a mission here that we need to go ahead and talk to a bunch of people. So as I fumble my words around, we will fumble our way to the first person to get some information that we will eventually bring back and answer some questions for Mr. Duck. And let's see here. Some of these are quite long. Look at Rich. I liked how he put the emphasis on that at the end. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, use your compass to find the locals. And you should see a little icon pop up above their head once you get close enough. As you can see, there was a Swikle button there for us, and we pressed it, and now she's talking about something in the Old West, big haul out of the water. Oh, yeah, we remember doing that. I do reckon I remember. And yeah, so again, some of these are quite long, and you know, some of you just hang out to watch me play. Some of you have already played these and are just hanging out because some of you actually need some help on figuring out where these guys are. Whatever the case may be, I just want to reach out and give you a big hug and say thank you. We appreciate your support, your viewership, and all that stuff. And you know, you should definitely do yourself a favor, and if you're on social media, check us out on Facebook every Friday, as we do have a weekly giveaway. Now, over the last 5 years, I think I've missed probably, I don't know, a dozen or more weeks, but I have made up for it in providing some pretty awesome giveaways in between. So, although we're pretty consistent, every once in a while we miss a week. So, just check us out Fridays, Facebook, usually around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then we usually pick the winner on Sundays, but to be honest with you, I've been having troubles on Sundays, and I've had to pick a Monday morning, so we might just change that to Monday mornings, give you guys a little extra time to get entered, and yeah, pretty cool stuff. All you got to do is like the post and like our Facebook page to be entered. That's pretty simple stuff. So, looks like we've officially talked to everybody else. Well, I've talked to you. Silly, I guess. I still got another, what, 45 minutes plus? This is my least favorite video so far. Actually, it's not. It's actually a really fun one. It's just really long. I was really enjoying those shorter ones like Nowhere and Atalan. Even Atalan was sort of long, but it wasn't that long. This one just seems to go on and on and on. And there was a couple of puzzles. There's one, ooh. It took me probably 25 attempts, and so the video itself, when I recorded it, was like an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes long, but of course I speeded up ever so slightly and edited out all my boo-boos. So, all right, we've officially completed the Howard the Duck, which has opened up another one. It's the, what is it, the Floorbush man? I don't know who the heck he is, but he is kind of a wacky dude. And later he does a little tryout for Howard the Duck and the movie production that Howard's getting ready to put together. So more on that later. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and target this puzzle over here and start off by destroying some things out front, which gives us some buildable bricks to complete that checkerboard pathway. Now we see we've got some glass that needs shattering, so we got to pull out somebody with the sonar ability to get our... And we can do that by pulling out old Black Belcher. That's right, the Black Bolt's going to come out and get his on ready. Here it comes. Oh, to the one down and one to go. Now, if you can't figure out what we're doing here, we basically got to get inside here and push that large crate down the checkerboard path outside the shop and giving us access to get up top to that grate up there, as you can see it. So we'll get inside there and push it. Yep, come on, push it along. Yeah, push it along. All right, now we're in place. We can hop up and hip it to the... Oh, double jump, Brian. Double jump. All right. Ooh, that was a close one. We'll sneak inside, and look at that. We've got a couple of balloons. We can see the left one has a gold brick inside, so we give it the old punch, and make sure you collect it before you move on out. So... out to the 2 puzzles down, and guess what? We're gonna go right into another one. So puzzle number 3 happens to be just across the street and inside this wee building. Actually, it's not very wee at all. It's actually quite big and tall. We will find our way around the side here, though, and no. Oh, yeah, this one was kind of tricky as it has multiple stages here. So we got to go around to the far left side of the doorway there, and we got to melt down this garbage can with our heat ray. It's weird that only part of it's gold, but the whole thing melted down. That was actually kind of cool. And, oh, we got another grate. So we'll go ahead and switch back to Ms. Marvel. Good thing we had her still out. Once inside, we're going to need, well, I thought we were going to need She-Hulk because of the green goo, but as it turns out, if I was paying attention, it says something about some invisible goo spill that makes everything hard to see. And as it turns out, I got to jump up on this, well, apparently an invisible platform up there to go ahead and, no, I'm oh so small, too early. Oh, go ahead and hop in there, and we got to get our hack on. Once we complete this hack, though, it should go ahead and open the doors and reveal all of the items in the room here. So let's see if I can get that red, yep, switch. Oh, to the, yeah, got those bluesy-toosy. Okay, so we're back in Manhattan. Thanks for the update there, game. And let's see. Okay, there it goes. It made it rain some, apparently, I don't know what it really was, but it made it go away. Now we'll smash. She said something about the computer or the cash register on the left-hand side, so we'll go ahead and smash everything in sight. I was getting a little worried, though, when I had not found my gold brick yet, but there it was. Woo to the who. All right, gold brick for both me and you. And let's keep on keeping on. We've got another puzzle and another gold brick. So we'll go ahead and make our way to the rooftops here. That's right. Well, I wonder what's in store for us up here. It's quite a ways up, and you can tell it's way up there by the arrows on your compass. Now they're pointing down. I've gone too high. So we'll go ahead and drop in. Oh, it was this one. All right, so I'm going to apologize now as I'm not sure. So I made an edit, and the edit I made, I do believe, helps you solve the puzzle still. However, some of the mistakes I made were removed, so you're just going to have to kind of hope that it all works out for both of us here. All right, switch to somebody with telekinesis like Dr. Strange. Once we have, actually, we don't need telekinesis. We need mind control. My bad. And once I got the mind control over this young fella here, we're going to make sure that we flip the green switch, which is going to move some of these doors around here. Now, he made some mention of, like, they think they wired them wrong or something, and I think I made a mistake. I probably shouldn't have pushed that all the way to the end there, as I do believe having access to that other green wheel would have been helpful for me. However, I don't end up using it, so it's not like you need to use it. I don't ever use that one again. But that's where I think I kind of made a mistake. So I flipped these a few times, and it seems like there's just going to be like this magic number. Like you flip this one, this one, this one, and this one, and all of a sudden the pathway's there. But it did not work out quite that easily for me. And I thought maybe I could sneak around that right there, but you can't go right by that red wall there. You have to go down around it. So anyways, I'm flipping these back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And there's an edit coming here any second now. And once I go through the edit, it actually takes us to the promised land, to the last few seconds where I flip the right switches. And guess what? We find our exit way out of here. And oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. My edit actually, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I didn't even see the edit on screen. Maybe I was that good, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, woohoo. We have officially got to go boo-boo. Actually, hopefully it wasn't in number 2, because that would have been terrible. I know how it is to be that close to a toilet and not have access to it. We've all been to some sort of like a sporting event or a concert or something where there's just way too many people for the restroom capacity. All right, moving along. Enough about restroom antics. We're going to go ahead and queue up a mission for Squirrel Girl. I know a lot of you guys have a big... well, you guys like Squirrel Girl. Let's just say it that way. How about that? Just let's keep it clean, all right? We'll go ahead and drop all the way to ground level, as that's where her mission is. It takes her a second to pop up, but there she is. And we will go ahead and see what she's got to say. I think, if I remember right, she sends me on some sort of, no, let's see here. What do we got to do? We got to, oh, yeah, that's right. We got to go around and beat a bunch of people up because we get jumped along the way here. So I play a little game of which way do we go? Which way do we go? And she's kind of got a weird pathway she takes here, but we basically have to beat up a series of bad guys on like 3 to 4 different stops. So this is kind of a long mission, and if you're in a hurry, or maybe you've already completed this one, feel free to use the quick links down below, as Thumby suggested a few seconds ago. And if not, you're just gonna go ahead and take out a bunch of these bad guys. So yeah, cha-cha, cha-cha, cha-cha. All right, first group dealt with, and we can keep on keeping on. Like I said, I think there are 3, possibly 4 areas, and then we get to the end, and then we got to find like this password and go interview a bunch of people. So this is probably the longest mission of them all, but this one also unlocks another mission. So basically, there are a handful of missions here that not only unlock other missions, but they also unlock Gwenpool missions. So we're going to get the needed characters for a couple of those GPs, and we'll be able to complete those. So, you know, we are basically in the home stretch of this game. As I've already mentioned, we've almost hit the 100 videos for the playlist total there. And, you know, we've got probably, what, 4 Gwenpool missions that we have not yet uploaded. And then we've got a couple of trophy achievement videos, and then our free roam cleanup as well, where we got those 6 races. So still some character tokens to unlock and a handful of gold bricks to find as well. So yeah, a couple of pinkies too. Got them pinkies in the GPs. So all right, I got the big hands out here, and Go Gadget Arms taking out people with or without meters. That's right, a little demeterage. And once we get all of them cleared out here, we hear a voice hollering at us, and we follow Squirrel Girl up top, and all of a sudden she reveals, well, it looks like MODOK, but it's not. It's some guy in a MODOK costume. I guess we don't ever really see him outside of the costume, but we're just going to have to take his word on that. But we now notice that there is some sort of a security code here, and if you remember, a bunch of guys go taking off, and well, I guess maybe you haven't remembered it yet because it hasn't happened. I think it happens right here, right after we talk to them. Some guys show up, and then they take off, and then we got to go find them, or maybe they did just take off. Again, halfway paying attention. I'm looking at notes, looking on screen, checking the time too, because it's almost time for me to go get little dude from school. And we're going to actually have to go and round up some PlayStation Network cards for him, as we've got a purchase we got to make today. And, you know, I've already kind of given you a hint of what it is, but you'll have to wait and see. Now, all right, so here, yep, the characters have already ran off. That's right, they did run off, and they were all scared, shaking at the knees and stuffs. And we found the first one. He's right actually down below us. He doesn't really give us the information we need, so we continue on. Now, I am not 100% sure if you have to speak to all 5 of them or not. I think if you get the information you actually need, you can go back and answer MODOK, or I guess the impersonator there. But as it turns out, I, as always, go ahead and talk to everybody. I do my due diligence. I'm very thorough in my research. That is true in-game and out of game. So the only thing that doesn't prove true is the backstories of the characters. Once you get a little outside of the main Marvel characters, I have no idea who they are, what they do, where they're from. And that's kind of a problem at times, but not really. And there you can see that gold garbage can we melted down a minute ago has respawned, but thank goodness we grabbed that gold brick inside there, not resetting that puzzle. And look, I'm totally lost. Like, where is he? Which way did he go? Which way did he go? We even got a bad cop there. Oh, he walked right by me, didn't say anything. This guy's being awfully friendly, but he's not giving us the information we need. All of a sudden, buddy shows up like he was hiding behind that pillar. It was a funny angle. And, you know, we're probably over the halfway point for this mission, but there is still more to go. We have, what, 2 more guys to interview, and then we got to go back and report. And then there's, like, quite possibly the longest, like, thank you / cutscene ever. And yeah, so I wouldn't blame you if you use the old quick links. Next one's going to be for puzzle number 5, aka gold brick number 5. And let's see here. This is the second to last guy. Oh, yeah. See, he's got a cat he's got to take care of. Princess Snuffle Meow. That's an unusual name, but make note of that, as that is what we need to report back. is that one person has, yep, there's one more down here. This guy says something about the cat's name of his uncle is the password, I think is what he says. Or maybe he's not. No, he's lock and key. He's not telling us nothing. So we got what we need, though. We talked to all 5 people, and yeah, drop back into the circle, hit the button there, and get your flapping on. As you can see, the top one's not going to help. No, not going to help either. No, third one's a charm. No, we'll go ahead and punch it in. And let's see here. No, yep, last one's going to be it. So looks like 3 and 5 are going to be the one. However, you may get different results depending on the order you talk to them on, too. I've never really thought about that. Maybe it's always number 3 and always number 5, regardless of the order you speak to them in. But I'm going to go ahead and guess that if you get them in a different order, it might display in a different order as well. But look at that. We got it open. Good thing it worked. And on to the next one we go after about another 30 seconds of talking. Oh, psych! Look at that. I skipped right over it. And we're going to go ahead and collect that character token, a.k.a. trading card, and target our next puzzle, which happens to be puzzle number 5. So this guy is around the backside over here on the top of this building. And at this time, I kind of thought this was going to be the last puzzle. And I think I can't see my timeline too far ahead, but I think the next one's going to be a Stan Lee. So I and I try to keep the Stan Lees to the end. Like I like having Gold Brick 4 be relevant to puzzle 4, puzzle 5 being Gold Brick 5, so on and so forth. But I messed that up in this one, so my bad on that too. I guess I couldn't finish perfect, but we get it finished anyways, which is the important part, right? All right, so this one here, we can see the elevator's all wonka-dude, and we got to find the power line, which as we track it down, it doesn't go all the way down, but we find it kind of sneaks in behind this giant sign here, and as you might have guessed, there is a electric panel here. We'll go ahead and pump it up. That's right, we got Thor and the hammer out, so we're going to go ahead and zoop, 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 zoop. As it powers up, it opens up the door on the right, and it drops out a handful of bricks for us that we can build up if you can get out of this giant sign here, which, look at me, I try to sneak through the smallest part possible, but I get out. It's all right. So we go ahead and fly back up there the hard way and build up those bricks into, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, it's a Groot pad. So let's go ahead and see what Mr. Groot is. Oh, but not before sneaking in and getting those bluesies, because you know me, got to get them all, got to get them all. All right, step on there with Groot and watch him work his magic, rip open those doors, and hey, look at that, Gold Brick. Too bad he's too tall to get inside, so we'll switch to somebody with a little bit less height and grab that Goldie. Next up, I do believe, yep, it is. I told you, I messed this up. Not really. It doesn't really matter. However, it's just easier for me to keep track of everything if they're in the right order, and I prefer this being at the end. But hey, that's all right. So we're going to go ahead and freely. This one's kind of tricky as he is inside this building here, and there are a few steps, and it looks like it's going to require lockjaw. And I'm not sure he's the only one that can use these, but it's possible. He might be the only one. That's some kibbles and bits there. And I don't know about you, but I'm not a big fan of chowing down some dog chow, you know what I mean? But all right, use his Leviosa to go ahead and levitate these into place. And I'm sure I'm driving you guys nuts using Harry Potter terms in the Marvel world, but that's okay. A little bit of mixology never hurt anybody, right? Lego Dimensions was a hit until they canceled it. But, all right, so we got those 3 pieces into place on the wall. Everybody, look at that. I am too fat to fall down the stairwell there. So, again, we need somebody with a little bit less girth. And we'll drop it like it's hot. And, oh, to the, all the way down. We knew that we needed somebody to break through them sonar glass panels. And Black Bolt will get his belch on and get her done. And look at that. Stan comes jumping out. Excelsior. And wait for it. Come on, give me that gold brick. Thank you very much, Stan. Oh, no, look at all those studs I missed out on in there. I guess it doesn't matter, though. We got plenty of studies. We got, what, 23 billion and change? So, all right, let's see here. Now I realize, oh no, it's another puzzle. Whoopsie. It's all right, though. We're going to go ahead and fly over there. You can see now it's puzzle 6, brick 7. That's okay. You can see what I was saying, though, right? It's not a big deal. Oh, this is quite the big deal, though. Buddy is putting on some sort of a production here. And look at me, I'm going up on stage trying to destroy everything in sight. But as it turns out, we need to follow the old blue power wire off to the left-hand side. There's actually a couple of them, and one of them leads to a generator that needs repaired. Once we repair the generator, it actually gives us access to a, I guess it's his, whatchamacallit, his, acting trailer? I don't know. There's probably a better term for it than that. But anyhow, we'll go ahead and use that for now. But as I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and get our repair on over here. Doesn't matter who you use. Choose your favorite character with the repair ability. Iron Man, Bruce Banner, both can get her done just fine. And look at that. Dynamite. Those speakers are kicking. Must be some JLW6s. I don't even know if that's the cool stuff anymore. I'm sort of out of it as it comes to the car stereo stuff. And I guess it's not a car stereo anyway, so maybe it's some Harman Kardons. I don't know if that's the good stuff in the house anymore either. Anyhow, enough of my lack of knowledge. We'll go ahead and flip this trailer up on its lid, and booyakashow, we'll punch the bottom of it. I'm not sure why we did it that way, but apparently the kid is quite lazy. And now he's going to step up onto the stage and put on a performance for us, which is rather lengthy. And if I'm being totally honest, I probably should have edited this out just to save us, what, looks like 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes of time. But let's go ahead and take a quick seat and see what's in store for us. It's a one-man production of, I don't know what it is, actually. I think he's doing some sort of rendition of, like, the Hulk. But I didn't pay attention enough to it to really know. But look, you see, he comes out and he's, yeah. See, often when there's a cutscene like this, I'm checking notes that Tyler P. or potentially Dougie Fresh has put together for me, depending on which game it is. But that's kind of the habit. I always try to do my due diligence and research while the game is kind of entertaining us. And speaking of entertaining, gosh, look at them moves. And he's destroying everything on stage, though. I'm pretty sure that's the point, as he is the Hulk, and, you know, he kind of ruins everything he gets his hands on. And what was that? Oh, look, what is going on in the front row there? Little Mad Movies here would be fun, huh? Mystery Science Theater 3000? Anybody remember those? I guess most of you guys probably remember Mystery Science Theater, as that's still around. But Mad Movies, that was like where it all started. That's back in the day. Used to watch them old terrible movies and dub like funny comments and stuff over the top of it. Pretty cool stuff. And all right, so looks like we are officially done watching that terrible one-man production, and we can go ahead and collect our gold brick. So, all right, next up, it's another puzzle. It's number 7 for gold brick number 8. And this one can be found on top of, oh, this is my most feared one. You know, this one was rather difficult, and it's probably because of my character choice. I started things off with Iron Man, thinking flying to the top was going to be easy, but it does not let you fly. Like, it disables all flying abilities. At least that was the case for me. So I get in there, and I cannot fly. And Iron Man doesn't have very good hops. You wouldn't expect him to, because his suit's pretty heavy. So I give it a whirl here, and I fail, like, instantly. And then we go ahead and we fade to the future, where I try another character here. Well, okay, I try again, and I fail again. So here we go. I got Spider-Man, and I did find out that if you get it just right, you can use his web at a couple of spots to get you all the way up top, and you can just kind of glide up there. See, look at me cheating. I'm cheating. But it doesn't go all the way because they are kind of teetered back and forth. And, you know, I feel like part of me has a timing issue, but I also feel like my controller might be a little bit old. You know, I do have a stock controller that came with my PS4 Pro, which I got on the PS4 Pro launch day. So it's about 1.5 years old, maybe longer. I don't know. It's at least 1.5 years old. And so I've definitely mashed quite a few buttons, but I couldn't tell. Was it me or was it the game? And look, this is literally like my 25th try. You've only seen me try like 3 times, but I was getting frustrated. I mean, I had to take a bathroom break. I even got a snack. I mean, it was bad. And maybe it was just me. Hopefully you guys didn't struggle on this one like I did. But boy, when I got all the way to the top and I pressed that icon indicated there, it was a victorious moment. And it will not be forgotten. I will tell you that. So, all right, moving on. That puzzle is Dunsky, and we could go ahead and move on to the next mission, which is right down below, and it happens to be for Nick Fury. And let's see here. He is all the way down on the ground. And we're going to go ahead and plummet to our doom. Look at that. Oh, nice little save there, Spidey. I thought he was going to be a pavement patty for sure. Not the case, though. Oh, it's the rookie roundup. That's right. Nick Fury asks us to go check on all of his new S.H.I.E.L.D. agents who are still in the rookie status and may not have a clue as to what they're doing. And luckily for us, there are 4 of them. Unluckily for us, they are scattered all throughout Chronopolis. So, you know, as you've heard me rant about quite a few times, I'm not a huge fan of these fetch missions that you have to go get, you know, people or information all over this place. I mean, we're already doing tons of stuff, so we don't need to go all the way over here to find it. These guys all could have been scattered throughout Manhattan, and the effect would have been the same. We would have still been able to go, but it would have taken us like half, if not less than that of the time. I mean, come on. So basically, you just got to fly around to each of the 4 peeps and take out any of the baddies surrounding them. And then, of course, have a few words with them. Just reassure them that you got their backs, and they run off, and that's that. So 1 down and 3 to go. Turns out the next one, so we got 1 in Hydra Empire. We got 1 in Manhattan Noir. Happens to be right there on the bridge, actually, separating the 2. So kind of in Manhattan almost. And I just get my pew-pew on. Look at that. I'm not, no holds barred. I'm not caring who is in my way. Pew-pew-pew, pew-pew-pew. Until you see that circle button, or I guess the icon may be different for you, but until you see that icon pop up, keep doing the same old, same old. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. So I'm not sure what the difference is, why we have 2 twins of, you know, we got 2 blonde twins and 2, and that's weird, right? I mean, I guess there should have been 4 icons of 4 different people. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. This guy is right over along the shoreline, though, on the opposite side. And unfortunately, he is being jumped by a whole bunch of guys in orange. So apparently orange is the new whack as they're coming to take this dude out. That's right. They're trying to pull the old mob moves on him and whack him. Not like you're thinking. Keep it clean, people. Keep it clean. All right, so let's keep on keeping on. 3 down, 1 to go. And look at this. This guy happens to be in Manhattan, too. So as it turns out, there are a couple that are in Manhattan. So this one wasn't the worst. We just have so many missions in this area, and they have so many tasks that there's just plenty to do. I mean, think about it. I mean, this one is taking me over an hour to do, and I've even got some of this stuff sped up. And, uh-oh, look out. Watch out for that gravity booster there, girly. That was a little rough. But, you know, so anyways, we get lots of bang for our buck. And speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and return and get our character token for our efforts for putting in mission number 4. Or I should say completing mission number 4. And look at that. We've got Nick Fury on deck just waiting to be purchased. But save that studdage until, well, I guess you don't have to. You can purchase them if you want. I don't know. Nick Fury, what kind of special abilities does he have? I don't know. Next up, we got a race on top of the Avengers Mansion for the... Is it Vision or the Vision? I guess we'll find out at the end when it tells us. And let's see here. Oh, that's right. I did mess up on this race a couple of times. But I was able to go ahead and do a nice smooth edit there. And you'll never know. Oh, wait. I just told you. Why'd I do that? I could have totally pretended like I did this on my first try. But some of these missions, or I should say some of these races are quite crazy. And, you know, I actually did quite well. I got to like 30 once, failed, missed one. And I got right here once, failed. There's a hard right turn. That might be the one at 30 that I failed. There's also the last couple, like the last 3 or 4 are circling inside Kang's Citadel. And it is kind of a squirrely little maneuvering situation there. Which, oh, and this one, I overshot this next one right here, and then I got stuck on the bridge, but I was actually on top, then I couldn't get around and down, and then I just didn't get to the next ring in time. So, luckily, though, here's the one, is it? So, it's 28. This is the one I was like, where do I go? Where do I go? And even that time, even though I'd failed once before and I knew where I needed to go, I still got a little bit shook up there. But here comes the final stretch here, and oh, no, I missed it. See what I'm saying? This one's pretty tough, and hopefully you guys are a little bit better of a flyer than I am. Just be patient and know you've got roughly 6 seconds in between each ring that you have before your timer expires. And if you get there in time, you will unlock Vision. Look at that. It's not the Vision. It's just Vision. Ooh, and if you don't get sick from me spinning you around, just wait. I'm just kidding. That's all the spinning we're doing. We're going to go ahead and fast travel back to the Avengers Mansion, though. And look at that. We've got a mission off to the left-hand side, or I guess right-hand side, depending on how you're looking at it. But as we fly over there, we realize that this is the mission for Ursa Major. Now, we know that this mission is linked to the race that was locked in Egypt that we could not complete earlier. So, not really sure how or why these two were linked together like that, but once we get this mission complete, we actually do show you on the map that that is now officially unlocked and ready to be raced on. However, we are not going to do that. I know that originally we thought we were going to complete that race in this video, but we have since switched it up and we are going to do a free roam cleanup, as there are 6 total races that weren't yet unlocked when we were in each of those areas. So one was in Asgard, and I do believe it was unlocked, but it required a van. And although I tried to use Captain America's 4x4, it, for whatever reason, didn't let me. Now, the game has had a couple of updates since then, so maybe the update fixed it. Maybe it was something I did that prevented me from getting the access to it. I'm not sure, but it is now available to us, and we will go ahead and get that done. And let's see here. I think once we get done, too, we should have... I'm trying to remember where we get the van. There's only one van in this game, and we have to do... I think it might have been for the cart... No, not the cartographer. We just got that. We got something else, but... Anyway, so, and a little bit more on this mission here. Ursa Major requires us to go, it's the rule of 3, but it's a long rule of 3. We have to go around and basically fight off a handful of baddies each time till we get to this little mini-boss. And then we have to fight the mini-boss, which again is the rule of 3. You gotta do a couple of gotta take down a couple of bad guys, do some damage on that meter, and then take out some more bad guys and deplete her some more meter, and then eventually we'll get to the end, I promise. Now, keep in mind, too, there are quick links down below in the video description if you have already completed this mission and you're ready to move on to the next one. I can't see in my timeline which one it is for, though, but I do believe it's for another mission. Mission 6, I think, is what's next. I do believe. I could be wrong. If you look down below in the mission, or in the quick links, you're on mission 5 now. You can figure it out. Whatever's right below it. That's the one. And speaking of that's the one, we've officially knocked her block off, and now Dark Star? That's a weird name. But better than Brown Star, I guess, huh? But Dark Star is officially back on the team now, so I guess the presence has affected them. I think that's who it is, right? And they are not themselves, and we gotta kind of knock some sense back into them is what needs to happen. And boy, those guys got some good reach. I'd hate to be in a boxing ring with them. Boy, that was easy for me to say, huh? That was just not wanting to come out no matter how bad I wanted it to. That's all good. I should have gone and edited that out too. But it's fun to laugh at me sometimes. You know, I'm human. I make mistakes as well. And I know some of you guys refer to me as Lego gods and things like that, but really, I only look like I know what I'm doing because of the help of Tyler P. and Dougie Fresh, as well as the wonderful world of editing. Thanks to those things, I do actually kind of look like I know what I'm doing. All right, boss number 2. We've got the Crimson Dynamo. Now, this guy goes down a little bit faster than the old Dark Star, but not as fast as I would like him to. I literally like to just kind of give him this speech and then have him join the club, but that doesn't happen. He makes us fight him. So, fight it is. Round 1. Fight. And look at that. He's got some sort of lightning beam that he pulls from the sky. That's no good. And we knock that meter down a little bit. See what I'm saying? It goes a little bit faster. Basically, anytime you're up close, he kind of defends himself, and then you walk away, and he usually puts his guard down, or I guess maybe just keep on cha-cha-cha-cha-on him, and you'll make your way to victory. So, 2 down, and 1 to go. All right, Ursa, let's go ahead and head up the mountain here and find our next person of interest that we can knock around a little bit and see if we can get them back on the squad here. That's right. We're about to be squad deep. Now we're just kind of a couple of dudes and a bear. I guess we're not a couple of dudes. We got Ms. Marvel out. We are a team here. But, all right, look, and speaking of team, I have got some friendly fire issues going on here as I am just letting loose, or unleashing the fury, as I like to say. But basically, there was just so many guys. And, you know, you got to get them out. Look at the guy down low. He's doing the running man. He's got moves like Jago. You see that? He was totally doing the shimmy. That was pretty awesome. All right, almost got them all gone. Once we do, oh no, big old bear down. Once we got them all gone, though, we can keep on keeping on and find our last guy, which I think is right around the corner here, if I remember correctly. Come on, where are you at? There we go. Yep, that's right. It's the Red Guardian. And again, I know absolutely nothing about this poor gentleman here. And well, I guess I should say poor. He's got a nice red costume, which would make one believe that he actually isn't poor. He's got a little bit of cash if he can provide a costume. Or maybe he's got some funding from like Tony Stark, like Spider-Man does. Anyhow, regardless of my weird ideas, I'm going to go ahead and spam my pew-pews again. And look how fast it depletes that meat. And before we know it, he is back on the team, and we are out of here. And because we're over in Kunlun, we are going to go ahead and use that fast travel here in a minute, too. And my timeline has finally moved along. Boy, that was really long as far as the mission goes in my timeline. And yes, it was mission number 6 that's next on the old Quick Link-a-roonies. And it's for Wonder Man character token. So we did, was it not A-Bomb? Who was it that, we unlocked somebody already that unlocked the Wonder Man mission. All right, I paused it. I went and looked. It was A-Bomb. So we completed A-Bomb earlier, and once we complete Wonder Man's mission, we actually get to unlock another Gwenpool mission. So you can see here we completed the Ursa Major, and I went and peeked over in Egypt, and sure enough, that race is now officially unlocked and ready for our racing. So we're going to save that, though, for our free roam cleanup, which is coming up shortly. Next up, we've got that Wonder Man mission that we've been talking about, and this guy is right out in front of the old Oscorp Tower. So we'll drop down below, and let's see what he's got to say. What does he want? Oh, he wants us to go put on a costume. That's right. So, hey, one of you guys suggested that you can actually teleport right to the customizer from your start menu. So I thought, hey, why not try it? Here's the problem I ran into, though. It says any active events will lose their progress. So I wasn't really sure what that meant. I kind of felt like that was saying, hey, you have an active mission going, and if you use this, you're going to cancel that. So I don't know if that works or not. That's up to you guys. You can leave me a message down below for other peeps like yous and me's to see if it works or not. But we went ahead and skipped to Maloo all the way over to the old Avengers Mansion, and inside, down we went. Down into the dungeon, basically, where we got this customizer. You've seen it before. I didn't figure you needed me to walk you through there. And there's a blue ghost stud trail that takes you right to it as well, too. So it's really not anything you can miss. And once you get into the areas of customization, it actually shakes the category and item you need to put on. So it's pretty sweet. And once you get old Teddy Bear all ruck-spinned up, you can go ahead and make your way back to Wonder Man. And look at that. He's going to go ahead and, well, he wants us to go. No, he doesn't. Nothing. He says, here you go. And that actually unlocks Gwenpool mission number 7. So keep in mind, you have to unlock A-Bomb as well, which was found in one of our other videos. My bad for not knowing exactly which one it was. Let's see here. A-Bomb is in Hala. Ha-ha. He was in Hala. I went and checked. So next up, we're going to target mission number 7 for Chipmunk Hunk. This one actually is not available until you complete the Squirrel Girl mission. So once you get both of the Squirrel Girl and Chipmunk Hunk, it unlocks yet another Gwenpool mission. So pretty cool. We're going to unlock a couple of missions that were not yet there. And then, in fact, the one of the last ones requires all other missions to be completed. So we have to complete the 9 Gwenpool missions to get number 10 open, and that's going to be the last one we haven't unlocked yet, I do believe. So we're going to follow these guys around and eradicate any baddies in sight. And basically, we just run a couple of laps, a couple of bad guys pop out, and booyakashow, we let some rockets loose, and they do the hard work for us. Bada bang, bada boom, no more dudes in the room. And tell some more teleport in, and then we got to repeat the process and move to the next location, and then repeat it again. And then some stronger guys come in, some guys with meters. So go ahead and get your depleter on, and it just keeps on going until we get all the way to the end. And then guess what? We get the character token for Chipmunk Hunk, and like I said, it unlocks that Gwenpool mission as well. So I've kind of talked my way all the way through this, and we've still got a couple of minutes, so hey, what has been your guys' favorite experience so far in this game? Was it something I said or did? Was it something you did or found? Is there some Easter eggs perhaps that I have yet to talk about or discover? Now, I know a couple of you have showed me, I believe it was Simon that showed me the chicken up in the mountains of Kunlun and Manhattan. There's that weird chicken. There's also those dancers hiding behind that giant boombox over in the Old West. I'm sure there's probably some fun stuff underwater that I haven't found too. So, you know, if there are a handful of Easter eggs, let's get them all figured out, and then let's do a video and put them all in one. That'd be fun. But, all right, my worst nightmare is about to happen. We've got the flamethrowers out, but no dudes with spears. Whew, those guys with the spears are the worst. I'm not a big fan of the ninjas either. I'd probably go spears, ninjas, and then electric dudes. But this guy, he's not so bad. Oh, wait, he's shockingly a little... Oh, come on. He's got some good aim. That's a good thing. No stormtrooper syndrome for him. All right, looks like we are in the clear. We're going to keep on keeping on. Yeah, look out, Frosty, you're in the way. There's another one. Oh, uh-oh. Sword guy, ninja guy, not good. Good news is, though, there are no spear guys that pop up. But I do get kicked in the teeth a couple of times by the ninja guy. That's not good. Oh, right in the back there, too, and there's two of them now. Oh, no. I promise this is almost over. And then we have a mission for Bushman, which, again, I know nothing about. I'm going to have to look him up and see, because, like, I feel like, I don't know, like, there's... it's hard to say, because, like, that name could easily be in a different industry. Like, I'm not going to allude to what industry that could be. You guys can kind of figure that one out. But, you know, it's just kind of a weird name, and I don't know much about it, so... I'm going to have to educate myself and figure some things out. And again, hey, Todd, Simon, any of you guys out there that know more than I do, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. I guess Adam knows a lot, too. There's a lot of you guys that just always are bringing in the good stuff and letting me know. And unfortunately, it's usually a little late because I'm already past the videos or whatever, so I don't necessarily get to really benefit from it. But I should have a meeting with you guys here and there and be like, hey, what's this? Because you guys would usually have the answer for me. And I know Google does too. Like, I do a lot of searching and a lot of reading before, but I just can't keep up with all of it. I mean, there are so many guys and so many places and things. It is crazy. But, all right, so we are almost to the end of this mission, and I promise that's going to be just about it for the missions. We do have a boom boss battle, which is going to wrap up our boom boss battles for Chronopolis as well. So we get to check off a couple of challenges here. We got that Who's the Boss, and what was the other one? The Cartographer for all of the computer points. So pretty sweet deal. But mission number 7 is complete. Chipmunk Hunk is now ours. And, yep, I was going to say that should open up another Gwenpool mission. Now that only leaves one more Gwenpool mission to be unlocked, and that is actually unlocked by completing 9 of those 10. So the final one is unlocked by completing all the rest of them. So we've got all that we need unlocked. In order to unlock that 10th one, we just need to go complete a few. And before we do that, though, we got another mission and a few things to handle here. So we've got the Bushman. I'm not really sure what this dude's story is. I am very intrigued, though, as he's got, like, this fake robotic arm. He's got a pot on his head, and he wants us to get in a chicken costume. That just gets even more suspect. So off to the Avengers Mansion we go, down into the basement one more time to go ahead and put on the old suit. That's right. We're going to speak old chickenese as well, too. And we'll go ahead and let's see here. We're going to put on a body piece first. That's right. We got to put on our big old... our white-breasted suit here, and let's see here, what else do we got? We got chicken head. Yep, all right, we are dressed and ready to go. Where's Peter Griffin at? We are ready to do some... Oh, wait, not the right color chicken, right? My bad. But off we go. We actually have to go do some, well, some smashing. We have to make our way all the way over and get the attention of Mr., well, Howard the Duck. He has apparently a movie that he's putting together, and we have to get his approval by, I guess, taking a scene test here. I think that's what we're doing. So, no couch casting calls going on here. We are out in Man-Thing Swamp, and we're actually going to have a whole bunch of bad guys spawn around us, and it's up to us to go ahead and get our Cock-a-Doodle down. That's right. He's trying to make a new character, Cock-a-Doodle Doom. and I don't know if it's going over so well or not. I will say that Howard talks an awful lot with his beak closed. Did you notice that? Yeah, he just kind of opens it up here and there. But I love it. I love that movie, and I hope that they bring that whole character back to life, too. I hope they get, like, a cartoon series or something with Howard the Duck, because although he is slightly inappropriate, he's not the only Marvel character that's inappropriate. I mean, come on, look at Deadpool. I mean, he's, you gotta be above a certain age to even know who he is. Actually, that's not true. Most people know who he is. And in fact, there's a lot of parents out there that have probably shared Deadpool with their kids, and I'm not sure. Well, let's just put it this way. Reese has not seen it yet, and he's 13. So he wants to. A lot of his friends have, but he has not, and it's going to be a while before he does, too. It's pretty over the top. Now, Howard the Duck, the old school, was not that bad. However, it was kind of above your average, Marvel or Disney type movie, so... Anyhow, we have officially, oh, look at that, Journey Through Time and Space, I believe is the end of that. But that's actually a trophy achievement for completing all of the missions in Chronopolis. So, woo to the hoo! We're going to dance for, well, I guess that's it. I thought we were going to dance our night away, but turns out we just had a little bit of excitement to get out of our system. And now we're going to get out of this ridiculous chicken suit and make our way over to, oh, look at that, Stan Lee #2. And actually, I have a little bit of a freak out after we rescue Mr. Lee here. I didn't notice that there was a puzzle out on the Liberty Island. And so I'm like, oh no, this isn't working. There's still something unlocked, or still something locked. What do I need to do to unlock it? Couldn't figure it out. I thought, okay, maybe I have to go complete that race in Egypt that opened up after the Ursa Major mission. But no, that wasn't it. It turns out it was just something out on Liberty Island. So we'll get out there in a minute. But first, we're going to repair this snowmobile over here. I guess it's more of a snow plow. But once we get it up and running, it goes ripping and a-roaring. And wait for it. He wakes up. Look, he was snoozing. And booyakashow, he knocks Stan right out of that snowman, I guess. I'm not sure what was really going on there. But we got him nonetheless. And woo to the hoo. That is the last Stan Lee in Peril floating around in the free roam. We have a few in the Gwenpool missions that we need to get. And to be honest, I haven't made sure that my numbers are all going to add up, but I can't see how they wouldn't, as there isn't much more content to be done. That's right, done. We got some more stuff to do, but we'll get it done soon enough, I promise. Now, what's with that? I know a lot of, there's been a lot of change in the English language lately, like what you doing has become what you doozin', and lots of minor changes. Have you guys, and I'm falling victim of it. I've got a teenager in the house, so he comes home with all this crazy speak, and I end up picking up on it, trying to stay cool. Got to keep my street cred up. I'm known for having a pocket full of butterscotch discs, and that certainly keeps me on the cool list. But beyond that, I don't know. My street cred is pretty low at the moment, so. All right, we are shuffling this puzzle up more than we are fixing it. So just remember, every time you get studs, you're moving in the right direction. Every time you see a flashing tile, that means you've moved the wrong one and you got to go back and move it. So once you get the gold brick into place, it actually opens up, one of the 3 special spots. And each one of them has a little switch that needs to be timed just right. Now, I actually don't figure that out right away because I forget that those are special. And let's see here. So I flip it, and then I'm like, why isn't it doing anything? Watch. So you're supposed to flip it when the arrow is pointing to the green part. And I didn't do that. So I run all the way to the other side. I'm like, didn't get this one. It's got to be this one. Well, wait a minute. Well, it's got to be this one. No. So I run, listen, I just needed to get my step count in today. I was a little light on steps. Actually, that's not true at all. We've scavenged all over Chronopolis and all over Manhattan. Look at that, though. I finally figured out, get it at the right time. It opens up the doors, and now I just got to go get the time right on these other 2, and it should open up and give us that final gold brick, which will unlock the final boom boss battle, which will actually check off another one of our challenges, too. So pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Now, if you did the Animal Lover Challenge like we did the other day, that should probably wrap up all of your challenges. Now, the wrapper roundup might be still need to be done, but we got a video for that as well. So If there's any other videos, there's a couple of challenges that were accumulated, like the cartographer by getting all of the computers. There are a few like that. If for some reason you'd like to see a challenge video that we didn't do, give us a request and maybe we'll slap it together. But here we go, the last boom boss battle, and it's for Super Adaptoid. This guy's actually kind of cool. I don't know much about him, but he does seem to have an ability where he can kind of take your abilities and use them against you. That's kind of cool. He adapts and evolves, so to speak. So we're going to fly our way over to the red halo, and away we go. And this is another one of those flight missions. So instead of using Spider-Man or one of the web flingers that always gets me all messed up, I'm going to go ahead and use somebody with a little bit of speed. And Iron Man will get her done just fine. And essentially, you just got to kind of lead the path of where the baddie is flying and kind of, you know, get up close to person. Now, though, there are more than a couple of times that I actually go flying right by this guy, as Iron Man seems to be faster than him. So, you know, maybe there's another character that has the same speed that's maybe a little bit better suited, but having extra speed certainly doesn't hurt. However, I do overshoot him a few times, which is kind of annoying, so get ready for that. But essentially, all you got to do is get up close, and once you do, it's going to pop up an icon. Simply press that icon rapidly until the meter fills up, and that should be it. You got to repeat that 3 times, though. I think it's 3, maybe even 4 times. But you can see, oh, there got him, and Booyaka Show. And got that all the way up, and let's see here. Took a little bit of his health off. Yeah, it's going to be 4 or 5 times, actually. Unfortunately, the rule of 3 does not come into play here. But in the end, we actually get the Super Adaptoid character token, and it wraps up our challenge. So a little extra effort doesn't hurt us here. In fact, it makes it just a little bit more worthwhile. You can see I've got just about a quarter of it off. And ooh, that was a quick one. He didn't get very far on that one. And look, he looks like he's got the same sort of technology as us in regards to what is coming out of his flames. He's got the old blue, the light ice blue flames. And this guy, whoa, he went for a little bit of a long journey here. So we're taking a little bit of a detour here. Change of scenery. Oh, that's right. We get on the rooftop here and have a little rooftop battle. And he doesn't last very long as I give him the old cha-cha, cha-cha with the rockets. And then he takes off because he's a wuss. And then we'll follow him down. Get out of the way, Star-Lord, or at least help me out here. Be some AI instead of some A-not-so-I, right? We're tired of that. But, oh, look, there I go flying right on by. Where are you going, buddy? But I eventually catch him and thwart his plans. And soon, I think I get him right here, and then I go one more time around this lap that we're doing. And I believe that's it. And then we end up down on Liberty Island there, where we have the final showdown. And it's really not that big of a deal. It's actually quite short, but we are getting towards the end. Anybody else excited? I'm pretty excited. Like, I know that we took forever to get this out, and we're going to do better on future videos. Like, that's the goal anyways. Like, future games, when we have a new playlist, it's not going to take us 3 months to complete it. However, there are a ton of videos that we've created for this, and I don't think there's anything we didn't really cover. Now, you can always go into the character creator and create different characters and things like that, but I mean, we pretty much covered everything. Well, and there's Easter eggs, too. We didn't cover the Easter eggs. But I have only really discovered the 2. So like I was saying in earlier, or I guess maybe it was an earlier video. I don't remember. I've done a lot. This is my 3rd video I've done today, people. So trying to keep up. Sometimes I get lost in the shuffle. But yeah, so that being said, you know, if there's something you guys want to see, let me know, and I'll try to bust it out. But yeah. All right, look at that. He's down and out, and I am just about out of breath. Holy cow, it's been an hour plus already. If you guys haven't gotten sick of me already, oh, that just makes me love you and appreciate you even more than I already do. I really can't even begin to tell you guys how appreciative we are of your support. I mean, we got over 85,000 subscribers now. That is insane. Next stop, 100K. We're going to have that nice Google Play button that we'll go ahead and show off to you. And oh, we got the Adaptoid character token there at the end, and then something else popped up, and I pushed the button so fast I couldn't even see what it was. Hopefully it was that van, man. But, all right, one quick peek. You can see we've got some roundup to do. We've got a race over in Egypt. There just so happens to be one over... Well, actually, both up in Atalan have now been unlocked, too. I was kind of worried they weren't going to unlock. There's one over in Xandar, one in Asgard as well. And is that it? I believe that's it. So we'll be back for those soon enough. By my count, that's 6 total races, 1 in Egypt, 1 in Xandar, 1 in Asgard, and 2 in Atalan, for a total of 6. Then we got 4 GP missions and a handful of trophy achievements as well that we're going to cover. So, hey, check us out on social media if you haven't already. Check out the Thumb You Must See. And as for me, shoot, I got at least 20 more videos of this game I got to pump out. So I'm out of here. As always, until next time. Yeah, I said I'm out of here. Get out of here already.